Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at AGIX. Before we jump into the price action, I want to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Always happy to hear from you. In the description below you'll also find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Once you are in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out. Okay, so basically within this, we're still talking about those same possibilities that we could be looking for this as a breakout. We want to get this confirmation of this fourth and this fifth. Otherwise, we could just have a three-wave move here and we actually break it down. So basically within the shorter time frames, we were talking about a few things last time we visited this. We had talked about this option where we were looking for this potentially to complete lower down here. And then alternatively, we were talking about the possibility of getting an extension, which was something more like this. So we can see we didn't come down as deep to the side as we had thought, but even when we were here, I was saying that there is that possibility we could be completed. So we've actually completed this as a five-wave structure here. So I am looking at this potentially as an A, B, and a C to the downside now. So I'm going to get rid of these boxes because they are no longer needed. But effectively, what I'm anticipating here is that we could be looking for this to play out as a bigger fourth wave here now. So there's two ways we can look at this. So we need to just be a little bit careful here. Effectively, if we start to progress down more impulsively and we start to lose this channel and then we start to sort of break down below some of these key points, then it would actually be more indicative that we're actually within the more bearish option. So we're going to go over that again towards the end of this video. But for the most part, I am still anticipating this to play out in this five-wave structure. So we're going to go throw that back on. So if we are completed into this point, effectively what I'm going to delete the subwaves to clear it up, but what we'd be looking for is basically for completion or for continuation with this fourth wave to the downside. So the fourth wave target area based off of this high point effectively is this 3390.856 to this 1571 6589. So there is quite a big range here. What I want to see here is how we actually play out to the downside. It is possible this could play out a bit more sideways here, and we actually look to break down into the zone. Or we could get a more sharper decline here, and actually we just come and break down towards these lower ranges of this 1571. So we just need to give this some time. It would be neater to actually revisit this fourth wave location, and we do have, like I said, the space here to do it. So we'll have to see how this move actually develops here. If we do get a bigger five-wave drop and then we get a push up for a B and then look to push down like that, then effectively we could see something like this where we get an extension within this, come back up, retest that, look for rejection again, and then actually look for that fifth wave from that point like this. This channel can move slightly because often once we've had this third wave, depending on how that's another thing I just want to talk about. Look how lovely this played out on the channel. Like I mean, how much more accurate can you get there? Yeah, these things do happen sometimes. That's why channels, if you aren't certain, sometimes the best way of doing it is putting your channels through, and it gives you a better indication. So within the structure here, I'm effectively looking for this to form a five-wave move to the downside. So we can see we do seem to have that so far. We can argue here that we could be getting some extension where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or alternatively our fourth was here. So I mean we can argue that we've completed. Let's just throw this fib onto here for a second. So I would be anticipating one more low here to complete this. The thing is, it is also possible that we just have a five-wave structure over here already. So I'm gonna have to see how this plays out because we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 2, 1, 2. So I mean, for the most part, this could be completed, and effectively, what we'd be looking for is whether we actually maintain this area and we get this B wave to the upside. And what we'd be looking for effectively from this point as a B wave would be looking to see if we come back up and retrace into this zone. So immediately I can see a very interesting point would be this golden pocket area here of this previous fourth. So, that could be a zone that we actually look to retravel up to if we are going to get rejected again here to the downside. But we just need to be aware that we don't get further extensions in here. Because like I said, it is also possible to just count this whole move as a 1, 2, was an A, B, and then we could actually be looking to break down deeper from this point. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But this would be our rejection zone that we'd be looking for. Effectively, if we are looking for this B wave, I wouldn't really want to see us come up too much higher than this 854, but effectively this 60 cent 23 to this 5209 zone. That would be our typical area we'd be looking for a rejection. And if we do move up into this zone, effectively, like I said, this 56, 55 area, this could be quite interesting as the golden pocket. Alternatively, 786 is up here, the 60. So could be a retest of that if we do push up here one more time. So if we move back above this 67 cent area, basically what we'd have to argue is that potentially we have this as a flat correction in this area. I don't really like it. I prefer counting this as a completed move. But yeah, I mean, this is my primary expectation that we could be looking for this move to actually come back up here for this B wave and then look to break down for a C wave. If we do actually come back into that golden pocket zone, effectively what we'd be looking for is something like this to play out, where we actually get this come down to this 1-to-1 here at this 33 cent. So that would be a bit too short though for the rest of this structure. So we'd want to see this develop more. I'd want to see, we can argue that it would suffice because it would actually come into this 33.90, but I'd want this to be a bit bigger. So either I'd want it to be a bit stronger in its decline, so either in price or in time. I'd want to see either a deeper retracement towards like this 1571, or I'd want to see this sort of play out over a period of time where we form this as an A, a B, and then a C to the downside, for instance. Um, if we do start to break down here, we need to just be careful because, like I said, we can either look at this as an ABC where we'd be looking to potentially, like I said, move down towards this 1-to-1 here of this 33.56 area, and that would be looking at this as a 1-to-1 move. Alternatively, if we do break down lower, we'd have to be careful because this could become a more extensive move here where we get this as an additional 1-2 in here. And if we do move past this 32.56, it would indicate to me that we're actually starting to get some extension. And then potentially within this wave structure, we've got a 1-2, 1-2, and then actually we're within a third wave of a bigger move. So this is just something we've got to be careful of. If we do break down into this zone, we'd have to anticipate an additional fourth and a fifth, and then potentially another fourth and a fifth if it goes deep enough. Let's have a look. So we'd have to go from this high here, potentially into there. So if we do cross this 29.8258, effectively then what I would be looking for is the possibility of having this as a 1, 2, and then actually looking for this as a continuation to the downside and having a deeper fourth and fifth wave here. So these moves can extend just as we've seen on the way to the upside. These can extend just as much to the downside. So basically, a move past this 29.90 area would effectively make us look for a fifth wave to potentially complete around here in this 28th to this 26th zone. So, I mean, this could be an area we look to actually target out should we continue to the downside here in a 5-wave structure. Alternatively, like I said, once we get this clear 5-wave pattern, which we can count into here, I'd want to see this B wave to the upside here, and then from there we can either look for this becoming an ABC at a 1-to-1, or alternatively, what we get is that this becomes a wave 1 into this low, we get this B up here, and then actually we get this third wave pushed down towards this 24 cent range, 24.50. would be the zone we'd be looking at off of here if this is going to become a bigger 5-wave structure. And if we do get a much deeper move like that, we'd have to argue that we're going to get this 4th wave again, and then we're going to look for that push to the downside for a 5th. The problem with this is if we do get a bigger 5-wave pattern like this, it becomes less likely that we're in this 4th, unless we're going to get quite a substantial retracement here for the B wave, potentially coming back up to this channel middle, and then look for that C wave continuation. So if we get something like this, then this 50% target becomes quite likely, the lower range of this previous 4th wave. However, if we just get this lower ABC pattern here, we'd have to be arguing that we're going to be becoming more complex. And basically, if we move down just in the 1-to-1, like we have shown here, we'd be looking for that retracement back to the upside and then potentially coming to challenge this channel line again. And then from there, we would have to see how we play out, because I want to see this either, like I said, become quite strong in price, the move, or alternatively, it would need to be a bit longer in time. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. If we do move down to this 382 zone, I have projected this $1.32 to this 87-cent range. This is just a typical area. This will adjust depending on what the waves do. We also need to bear in mind we can see things happen like this where we come here as an A. We form this as an additional 1-2, and then we look to break to the upside. But that's just what we're going to keep an eye on. So I want to just actually talk about something on the daily here for a second. If we are looking at this move, basically we need to just be careful here, because if we're looking at this as potentially a 5-wave structure here completed, it is also possible we pull down deeper. And that's why I'm saying we need to just watch this move to the downside, because it is also possible we could see something like this play out where we come back into this 4th wave area, we get a retracement to the upside and we push down deeper. And then actually what we form is a 1-2, 1-2, and then we look for that progression to the upside. But this retracement would be deeper. So if we lose this 50%, and we push down towards a 618, it becomes more likely that actually we are in a different structure. So either we would be in a 1-2-1-2, or this would be an A, a B, and then we look for that C wave to the upside. So, it is also possible, like we did talk about previously, we are looking at this as a potential for a 5-wave move here, but we do not have the we don't have the 4th wave come in yet. So, this is something we just need to be careful of within this structure. And that's just something we've got to be careful of. We can also argue, if we're going to look at this as an Elliott wave move, I'm going to just turn everything off here for a second. We can argue if we're looking at this as a 1-2 or as a 1-2-3-4-5, effectively we can argue that we would have to look at that as the wave 2 low. This could give us a potential target area for this 4th, where this is a 1-2-3, and then we look for this 4th wave into this channel here. So if we do come down here, we can see that depending on how long this takes, this could actually look to play out more sideways here, and we actually look to challenge this channel here, and we do look to progress deeper. It's not perfect because you should take it from the wave 1 to wave 3, then down to your wave 2. So I mean, we'll have to see how this plays out, but we can argue it's something like this as well. But the wave 2 effectively ended over here. So this can be something we'll have to keep an eye on, this channel here, and see how we react. It is possible we form this, and then basically what this would do is give us potential for coming down into this as an A, B, and a C. Then we'd look for that 5th wave to the upside, and then, like I said, from there we'd be looking for that big deeper retracement, or alternatively, like I said as well, we could look at this as a 1-2. Now, in respect to bearish potentials here, we also have to be careful because we just have a 3-wave move at the moment. And if I just look for the continuation, there we go. At the moment, all we have is an ABC pattern here, and effectively, this can just still look to break down for another C wave here. We did take this high point here, so it can't be impulsive, the move to the downside, though. Actually, it did we take this high point? Yeah, we did. Okay, that's fine. So the 1-to-1 to the downside would actually be back down to this 3 cent 3.8 area. But it is possible if this is becoming a flat correction here, we could still see something like this play out where we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then we actually look to break these lows. So we need to just watch this support zone, see how this plays out. This has been a very promising move here, and it does have potential, but we need to see that additional fourth and fifth, or we need to see this find support as a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then look for that bigger push to the upside. So just need to be a bit careful with this one. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video. And also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It is free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, you mention a member of staff if you need anything. Also in the description, you will find affiliate links to BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Why not check them out if you don't have one already? Using the affiliate link does help support the channel, so we do appreciate it. They do have deposit bonuses, which you can find more information through the links. Check it out if you're interested. Signing up with it does help us out, and we do appreciate it. Like I said, everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.